My name is Gregory Myrick, and I got out of the Air Force in 1982, and my family members and everybody told me about SCAD, a new art school that was opening up on Bow Street, and so they said you should use your GI Bill to go there and enroll there. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. So I went and checked it out and submitted some of my work and stuff like that. So they enrolled me right away on a GI Bill with some Pell Grants and student loans and all that included. And I did the first quarter, second quarter, was getting good grades. They gave everybody A's and B's to go there. Hardly nobody get F's or D's or nothing like that. So I was thinking, wow, I used to sell my work in Key West to the tourists. In this city, Savannah, got a lot of tourists. And so I'm gonna paint while I'm going to school. In my second quarter, I said I'm gonna start painting some Savannah scenes. And I painted a lot of Savannah scenes, about 17 paintings. And then in my third quarter, I got together about 12 paintings, put them on cardboard wrapped with plastic. And then I wanted to present them to the president of the art school. His name was Richard Rowan, and tell him my money-making ideas. So I went to his office in my third quarter one day, noon time, lunchtime, knocked on the door, and he said, yeah. I said, my name is Gregory Myrick. I'm one of your students. And I got some ideas, and I line my paintings up against his wall so I can see the paintings. And then me and him started talking, and I started explaining to him that what I want to do is get into making prints of my work, have them put on discs, market them, so they can have, you know what I mean, t-shirts, something like Thomas Kincaid and all them other artists. They can put artwork on disc, off the disc, on shower curtains, mouse pads, t-shirts, umbrellas, everything you can name. And then I told him that would be a good idea. Or we could get with the faculty at the school, and maybe the students could get on River Street and sell their work. Because I noticed the school had an art gallery right on the tourist pass on Bull Street, where the tourists would walk right by the school, horse and carriages and all that, and they would see the work and stuff like that, and maybe want to buy some of the students' work. So he interrupted me, the president of SCAD, Richard Rowan, said, hold up a second, Mr. Myrick. All of what you're talking about, prints and making marketing your work and making money off of it, it ain't worth a damn. I got original paintings in my house. Cost $50,000 or more. Then I said, well shit, you can afford that. I put my words just like that. And I said, when he said damn, I said shit, you can afford that. You're the president of SCAD. And you can make, you make that good money. So he kind of turned red in the face, looking at me hard. So I didn't say no more. So I just say, this man ain't with my idea. So I got my paintings together and proceeded to leave his office. And then at night, that same day, that night, I had a sculpture class in the basement of the school. And the school wasn't like like it is today. You got buildings everywhere. You got to go to this building for a class, this building for a class. Everybody was taking the same, different courses in one building. And he came and interrupted my sculpture class, him and another guy. He had another guy with him. And he said, Mr. Myrick, and the rest of the class, can I have your attention? So I stopped what I was doing. Everybody stopped what they was doing. And he said, somebody has taken a razor blade and cut out 2 canvas paintings out of the art gallery. And if I found out the student that done this, I might have him put behind bars as necessary and locked up. And I thought it was kind of funny to me, because I'm thinking I was just in his office showing him my paintings and my money-making ideas, lunchtime, and now it's in the evening. He interrupted my class. But I didn't think nothing of it, because I didn't steal no paintings. And I ain't got no reason to steal no paintings. I paint my own pictures. So So when he left the class, everybody went back to what they was doing in the sculpture class. So I went home that night. The next day, my phone rang early in the morning, and it was a detective, Detective Barry. I said, hello? Yeah, this is Detective Barry. We would like to discuss something with you. We want you to come to the Haversham Police Department on Haversham Street, Savannah Police Department. And I'll try to get to the bottom of what's going on, what it's about. You guys not discuss it over the phone, Mr. Myrick. So I kept asking him, so he said no, he insisted I come over there. So I put my shoes on and went over there, jogged over there. When I got over there, one police officer was standing on the sidewalks, and then he pointed me into the police department. You Mr. Myrick? Yeah, come follow me. So he took me to this room. It was a big mirror, and then there was a long table. The police officer was already sitting in there, and the police officer that took me into the room told me to sit next to the police officer, and they got me sandwiched in. I'm in the middle of both of them. I'm looking at the mirror. Then they started saying, you have reason to feel that you know something about the paintings that were cut out of the A gallery. I said, hold up, man. There's a lot of students and faculty, hundreds of them. And, you know, they all got almost 10,000 students and faculty working here, going here, taking classes. How come I'm the only one being singled out? And then I was talking to one police officer, the other one on the other side of me, banging on the table, trying to scare me. Boom, don't worry about that. We handling this, Mr. Myrick. We want you to take a polygraph to prove your innocence. I said, no, I ain't taking a polygraph. I need to see an attorney. Then it clicked in my mind. I'm thinking to myself, what you wrong behind this mess? Trying to railroad this bullshit on me. And so he probably standing right there, him and his wife, Paula Wallace and Richard Ron and Paula Ron. And they probably got some connection with the police or something like that. They got big money. It works that way. So that's what I'm thinking to myself. So I got quiet. I didn't want to talk no more. So they keep insisting that I take a polygraph. They go out of the room and come back in the room. And when you look at the one-way mirror, you can't tell who's looking at you back there and what's going on. All you know that somebody back there putting all this fiasco stuff together, trying to railroad me. So when they had me in the interrogation room in the police department, I kept looking at that one-way mirror thinking to myself, yeah, Richard Ron behind this. Because yesterday I was in his office. That night he came and interrupted the class. And now all of a sudden the next day, got me in the police station talking about take a polygraph to prove my innocence about the paintings were cut out of the frame. And he already made that comment in an announcement to the class that whoever the student was, and he found out who did this, you're gonna have him kicked out of this school and put behind bars as necessary. And I feel to myself that he was trying to get it after me and pin it on me, sham all this bullshit on me. But I couldn't tell who was behind me, but I got a feeling it was him. Probably him and his wife, Paula. But anyway, after they held me there for about an hour, they let me go. They told me I'm free to go because I wasn't getting on a polygraph and stuff like that. So they could concoct some bullshit and admit like I was lying and have me all in the news and probably railroad me right next to the prison system. They had some judge that okay this shit, and everybody give their palms greased by the big spenders, the billionaires. So anyway, when I left the police department, I went straight to the school and started asking all the students coming and going, did the police call their house? Did anybody call their house? No, everybody was telling me no. And I asked about 40-something students. No. Because it was about 9 o'clock, everybody coming to class. And as I was walking through the school, I looked at one of the offices, I could see the paintings were cut out, laying on the carpet. So of course I went in there in the office, and then I started asking the lady, or white lady sitting to the desk, what's up with these paintings? Where did they come from? How did they get here? She talking about the girl who works for Richard Ron in the tea room across the street from the school, say she found the paintings out on Tabby Beach land in the ditch. And she brought them back to the school. I'm thinking to myself, damn, they should have had her in the police department. Of course, she didn't know about the stolen paintings. And then I was looking at them, and they were actually cut out. And it reminded me what he said. Somebody had taken a razor blade and cut them out. How you know it was a razor blade? How you know it was a scissors? How you know they didn't put it together and bomb this shit up together him and the girl who worked from the tea room trying to pin it on Gregory Myrick because he's mad at me with my money making ideas for my pennies. All that stuff was running through my mind. But anyway, some more ladies came in there and I was standing there with the paintings and they know it was me. So I had even left and they was calling the police. So I walked on down Bull Street, went back to Chatham Apartments. And I thought they would come after me again, knocking on my door. And I thought they was gonna come to my apartment, but they never did. So I feel now, I had this feeling that I wasn't wanted as SCAD, even though they didn't stick that on me. They tried to stick it on me, but the polygraphs, bullshit and all that. So I would continue to go to class, because like I say, I'm going on the GI Bill and everything like that, and I'm getting Pell Grants, incentive grants, student loans, VA paying me to go there. And as long as you maintain a C average or above, you're good to go. So I didn't use quitting or nothing like that. So when I went back to the sculpture class, the new project was we had to buy a big rock and sculpture something out of the big rock. We had to draw front view and back view first for the sculpture piece. So I had the idea that I was going to do a torso. No head, no arms, just the body, naked, and the breasts and the ass. Just like they have classes in life drawing classes, naked bodies and stuff like that, or just like you see in the history books where they study for Greek and Rome and Gothic, and all the people back then had naked statues and penises. I wanted to do me a torso similar to something like that. So it's all part of art. So I drew it, front view and back view, showed it to Dorothy Redford. She, okay, Mr. Myrick, yeah, Mr. Myrick. Which all the instructors wasn't teaching me a damn thing anyway. They just passing out A's and B's like it's water. And you come and ask them questions. Yeah, it's coming along. Yeah, you doing the right thing. Yeah, all right, yeah. So it took me about 5 days to carve it all out. Which I'm gonna present in this video, a picture of that carving, because when you finish with the carving, everybody had to do the critique on it. And I was only black in all my classes out of 30-something people, and she would always call me first, but that particular night, when everybody finished their sculpture piece, she called me last. When I went to walk up there holding it by the breast, and somebody made a joke talking about Dolly Parton, because the breast was big, and they laughed, and then she stopped me. Mr. Myrick, it's very rude and vulgar of you to carve out what you carved out. So she was telling me that the sculpture the piece was very vulgar and rude of me and all that, and I'm thinking to myself, and I told her, well, you had plenty of time to stop me. 5 days chipping at it, rocks flying and everything like that. You sort of drawing front view and back view, and you had plenty of time to stop me. I don't want to argue with you, Mr. Myrick. I don't want you to come back to my class anymore until you go see Richard Rowan. And the class dismissed, and she's trying to turn the lights out. Go see him tomorrow at 11:30, and don't come into my class anymore. And as I was walking out the room, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'll go see him at 11:30 tomorrow. But I'm thinking, it seems that Dorothy Redford is working together with Richard Rowan, because anything happened, they always come to her class with some bullshit, interrupting the class about the stolen pages that were cut out, the gallery, or about carvings, Dorothy Redford. He never came to my class about any of the other classes with some bull job with the instructors. They probably wouldn't go along with his mess. But color theory and all them other classes I had, art history, he didn't come to them classes and stuff like that. But anyway, I told myself I'll go see what the deal is about. 11:30 when I go to school and go to his office tomorrow, the next day. So she told me to don't come back to her class no more until I go see Richard Rowan the next day, 11:30. And she didn't want to argue with me, so and she started turning up the lights. So that's why she saved me for last. See, she working with Richard Rowan on this thing. You know what I mean? So the next day, I told myself, I'm gonna go see him, but just keep you cool, because you know how slick they be with the police department and all that shit like that. And so I knocked on the door and Mr. Myrick, yeah, come on in. So as I opened the door, I looked to my left, it was Paula sitting up against the wall Then I look forward, it's her husband, Richard Rowan, sitting at the main desk. I look to my right, it's Mr. and Mrs. Petter, his wife, mother, and father, who helped them put the money up. I heard that put the money up to have started the school. They was into real estate, stuff like that, tycoons. And there's one empty chair in the middle of the room. So they want me to have a seat. There's only one empty chair. That means they want me to sit in the middle. They finna have me a little kangaroo court on my ass or something. That's what I was thinking. So as I sit down, I looked at all of them. I turned to my left and to my right, looked at all of them. Then Paula, she got up and handed me an envelope with a check inside. And the envelope, I said, what's this? It's for your fourth quarter coming up. You paid in advance. It's for your refund. And I'm kind of thinking, what's going on? You know, they still ain't got to the point yet. Then he gets up and hand me a copy of his letter, and I start reading it. Because of your disturbing and disruptive behavior, an article so and so, an article so and this article, you are hereby now terminated from art school, Savannah College of Art and Design. It kind of hit me in my heart when he said that, and read the letter and everything like that. Then they got a check, they gave it to me. But I'm still trying to keep my cool and my composure, looking at everybody. So I just got the letter and the check, and I stood up like I'm getting ready to go. And then Paula looked at me, talking about, where you want to go now? You want to go back to Key West? You go to another college somewhere? You want us to transfer your records? I said, no comments, no comments. You want to go to Savannah State College? You want to transfer your records over there? No comments. I didn't feel like talking about it. I was hurt on the inside. So I'm trying to go for the door. She made it to the door before me, and Mr. Rowan getting up from his desk, coming towards the door too. And I managed to get a crack on the door. As I cracked the door open, police officers standing there, 2 of them. So Richard Rowan opened the door. Now it's her mother and father, Richard Rowan, me, and the 2 police officers. And then they started saying, Richard Rowan went up on me in front of everybody. Mr. Myrick, you can get your stuff out my locker and get out my school right now. You can get your stuff out my locker right now. He said it twice. You can get out my school right now. So I'm thinking to myself, fuck that shit in this locker. I just walked out of school. I didn't have no use for that stuff in this locker. Let him throw it in the trash or whatever. So I walked out to school, walked on all the way down the sidewalk, walked home. So I'm thinking when I got home, what am I gonna do about this mess? Because I ain't like what went down. And so I started writing letters, a long letter, and I composed it real good as the best I could. And then I made copies of it and signed and date each one. And I sent it to about 20-some people. Department of Education, Office of Civil Rights, and the people who are over the schools, how they be fully accredited and everything, the governor, the President of the United States. I was just writing people, the VA. And then they sent about 9 people down to investigate this school. They were standing at the DeSoto Hotel, right by Madison Square, right next to the school. They contacted me about a month and a half later. But what the school did, when they found out that 9 people were investigating the school even got a couple of 100 people together to write bad letters on me. You know, and I got copies of the letters. I'm gonna introduce those into my video. And all the letters was negative. Mr. Myrick, think he's Michelangelo. Mr. Myrick lives at the students, lives at the girls in class, never participates. Mr. Myrick even the instructor that was giving me A's and B's was writing bad letters on me. So I'm thinking that money talks. It's like P. Diddy hush money, put up to shut up the people about the videos. That's how Paula and Richard Rowan was, rotten to the core, using their money to control and do everything and manipulate people and have their way in this city. And try to kick people out if they don't like their attitude or they don't like them. And it could be because you're black, but I ain't gonna go that route. I know they did to me. When I came into this office with them paintings, from that day all the way to me being kicked out, he had a vendetta against me. He wanted to get rid of my ass. And he's probably thinking, hey, this nigga talking about making money off his talent and shit. I'm gonna show his ass. He tried to put me in prison, really. Tried to have me railroaded into the jail system. And so, come to find out when all this investigation stuff going on, I found out that they told the VA that I was a drug. And I found out that that's what they told the VA, they lied. Told them the VA that I was a drug. I was kicked out. And then they had me on making the Dean's list in the 3/4. A average, A, B, A, 2 A's and a B, 3 A's and stuff like that. So they was lying all the way around. So that's why I say, Paula, even though she's not married to him anymore, is rotten to the core. And I heard she had to let him go a few years later, I think around 80, 86, 87, because she found out he was gay. Richard Ron, getting fucked in his ass. And all that stuff like that. But they had to give him a lot of hush money. Millions of dollars, I heard. But I had to buy him a house in Florida. Keep his mouth closed because he probably know too much dirt was going on with the school. So the investigators, they called me over to the DeSoto Hotel and they told me what went down, the negative letters, all 100 and something letters were negative. Even the instructors, like Dorothy Redford and other instructors I had in my first quarter, second quarter into present time I was kicked out, they even wrote bad letters on me. Even this guy they call Artie the Artist, Artie Milton, he wrote a bad letter on me. And I wasn't even none of his classes. He was a black guy. And then after he did that, wrote that letter on me, they hired him and gave him a job with the damn school. Working out, fixing buildings up and all that, but I heard he passed away recently. But I wish I had the money now where I could go get somebody like a Benjamin Crump to sue the damn school. And I'm thinking about that. If I ever hit the lottery or the mega or the Powerball, I'd go up to that ass and sue the school for what they done to me. And they didn't finish there. They tried all kind of other tactics. I was painting a picture in Madison Square. They called 2 police cars full of police. They came and walked on me painting a picture. She's standing by a school over there. And then they wrote on the back of my license, not within 2 blocks of Savannah College of Art and Design. I said, well, why they do that? What's going on? I asked one of the police officers, they say, the lady, the president of SCAD called us. They don't want you within 2 blocks of the art school. And I think it's a little too much power because they got that much money. They can just control the parks and the squares and all the buildings and buy property and make people, force people out. And I'm gonna submit some of the documents that I received, letters from congressional people that I wrote and everything like that. And some other stuff, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And the picture of the sculpture piece that I was telling y'all about, that they said was very, very rude and vulgar. I think Richard Raw, when he put me out of SCAD, he was just grasping for straws, trying to make up bullshit, just to get rid of a black guy like me, a nigga, I guess he would say it. Get rid of me. But I think the school is all about money. It's a ripoff. That's why a lot of people are calling it now a scam. Savannah College of Art and Design Scam School is about a ripoff thing. Recruit the students in, give them A's and B's, hire somebody famous to come speak to the graduating class. They on their own after that. They don't give a fuck if they go wait on tables, working in a warehouse, ride taxis or whatever they do, or just be unemployed. Or go join the military. All they know is they got their money. Thank you for listening. And give me comments on this. What can I do? Give me some good advice on this if you can. Thank you very much.